am the fire. I am burning brighter, roaring like a storm. And I am the one I've been waiting for.
Hello, travelers. How are we all doing today? It's your girl, Lithy, and my wonderful host, my beautiful host, the beautiful Jade.
Hey, how you doing? Not that funny.
I didn't want it to be funny. I wanted it to be nice.
Well, it's very nice. You did good.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. Welcome. We have two special guests with us today. Returning back is now the DigiNan. Hi.
What up, buddy? How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
You alright?
Yeah.
It's alright.
It's alright. It's alright. And it's actually kind of funny because while I have my significant other, who's joining us on your end?
I'm so excited too. He's finally here, guys. It's Shaggy.
Like, how you doing there, guys? Ready? Oh, hey, Scoob, how you doing over there?
Very good, Reggie. Very good.
Oh, that's always good.
Perfect. It's perfect.
Yes, both significant others are actually joining us today.
Yes. I like this.
Very nice. I like this a lot.
I enjoy this because honestly, we can torture them now.
I can't wait.
Oh, no.
More so where it's like we're telling them what we did, they're witnessing what we did, and that way we can turn around and be like, well, see, now instead of telling you what we did, you're part of it.
Yes.
I mean, you were part of it last week, but Dan, we finally got you here.
Yeah.
We finally got you here. It's about fucking time, man.
Sorry,
It's okay. Adulting.
It's adulting.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, and September is not a very good month for anybody here at this table.
No, absolutely not.
No. I mean, September 10th alone was Suicide Prevention Awareness Day, you know, to write love on our arms. I mean, September is Suicide Prevention Month altogether.
Yes.
And that's very important to us because mostly, you know, guilty. I've done it. I've sat there and, you know, attempted. I've tried. Trigger warning, people.
Trigger warning.
Tony, don't you dare.
But it's also even people every day that I've actually learned recently is that they go through the thoughts every day.
Every day.
It passes like water. And you know what? Even if they don't want to, they don't act upon it, it's still there. So,
well, every single person sitting at this table is an essential worker. So every single one of us worked through COVID.
Yes.
yeah.
Partially.
Well,
You broke
you
your.
would have worked the entire
I
time.
work every single day, but I broke my hand.
You did a Superman to the pavement, and how'd that work out for you?
Oh, 2 fingers and a middle finger that sticks.
Fun times.
Very fun, everybody.
Yeah.
That was a fun 2 months. You can hear the sarcasm.
It's so
in my
funny
voice.
because these two show up at the nest one day, and all I see is this giant. Was it purple?
It was purple.
It was
the
purple.
First iteration was purple. Second iteration was green.
Yeah, I was like this giant purple cast on his arm, and DigiNan and I are sitting there, and we're just like, the fuck are we looking at?
Yep.
What did you say?
I thought he got into a fight.
Yeah, we.
You know what? I would have rather him tell like I fought a bear. No, and he I love you to death, but he's very. Yeah,
movies have shown what happens when you fight a bear.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he was like, I Superman to the pavement. I'm like, no, you're supposed to tell like a good story.
It's like, how could you sit there? No. I mean, you know, honestly, it would have been this would have been one of those things where it's like you just fought off a Tyrannosaurus Rex. And then you had a great story to show for it. That's why you had to, you know, graduate from purple to green.
I would have done my art on your cast to make it look like your actual art. I would have done everything if you went with that story.
That was too truthful. I was like, I basically was walking straight. I went forward, and that was pretty much how I saw the ground.
I fall down, go boom.
And then I walked up the stairs, made the delivery, got back in my truck, called her, and I was like, I think I broke my hand.
And there you go. So, I mean, besides that, yesterday, on top of that, was the day. It was 9/11.
Yes.
19 years.
19 years.
I am old. I am very old.
I mean,
Oh, the podcast cat is now just bothering Shaggy.
You
It's
know
fine.
what? It's fine.
He does this. This is what he does.
That's my Tony.
That's the Tony to
my
Scooch.
Tony.
But yeah, so I mean, never forget, obviously.
Absolutely never forget.
I think that yesterday is the one day a year that I don't give a fuck what side you're on. Trump, Biden, Democrat, Republican, police, not police, anarchy, not anarchy. You
Whatever
shut
side.
the fuck up and you
Yep.
honor the people that died.
Yeah, there was a picture I actually saw on Facebook of people walking through, the destruction covered in ash, and it was like the one day where everybody was united, and it's sad, and it was a sad day. It was a horrific day. It was a scary day. People lost lives. People lost family members. I actually was in school when it happened, and it was PS 94, and it took my mother 4.5 hours to drive to my school, and it took us 7.5 hours to drive back. And I literally lived down the block where you live.
Oh, Jesus.
All the way down Little Neck Parkway. Huh. It took us 7 hours to get home. So
I was in high school. That was actually my senior year, and it was like third period. We look out the window, we just see the cloud of smoke, and we're looking at each other like, what's going on? We go to our next class, and they finally tell us like what happened. We were just in shock.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure everybody here is almost the same. We're all the same age, except for you. You're like a year older.
Give or take.
Yeah.
I'm a
About the same.
little younger than all of you, but that's okay.
1986.
No, honey, I was 91.
Oh.
I'm 91.
I'm 84.
He's 84.
Oh, so then you two are the same age.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, senior year. I'm like, yeah.
I appreciate being older, though. It's okay.
Shit.
No, it's okay.
It's all right. Yeah, so you two were seniors.
Correct.
Okay, I was a junior. And I am the poster child of why you don't cut school. Because I cut school that day,
Oh, my.
and I was there.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm not getting into it why. I refuse. It's 19 years, and I still don't like talking about it.
Yeah, no, that's...
But, yeah, let's just say hell on earth.
Yeah.
And, so acknowledging that day, let's move on, please.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We have news, though.
We do.
We do.
have news.
The Feinics Gate used to come to you guys every Wednesday.
Yes.
So, considering that we have had a changing of the guard
Mm-hmm.
and basically all sorts of new revamps and all sorts of extra goodies for y'all, we
Yay.
decided to change the day.
Yes, we are changing the day to Saturdays now.
So you get to hear the dulcet tones of our voices every Saturday.
Yes. While you're sitting with your cup of tea or coffee and your PJs and your robe, and you can turn us on and listen to us speak to you.
Honestly, it's
And
like
your earworms.
it's better to, we're like Saturday morning cartoons now. Mm-hmm. We're your Saturday morning cartoons because honestly, we are adults. There's your nostalgia, people.
Yeah.
We're now coming to you every Saturday.
Yes.
So don't yell at me when the cast isn't up on Wednesdays.
'Cause
Where's
we're
the
not-
cast? Where's the cast?
Because we not there no more.
No.
We here on Saturday.
Jeez.
Yes.
Yay. But yeah. Enough of that. So yes, I like it. I like it alone.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, but
You want to jump into it?
Do you want to? I want to.
We might as well just go feet first on this one.
Yeah. Feet first or just
fuck
right off
it.
the dock?
Do it.
Fuck it. Right off the dock. Okay, so we're going right off the dock here. Today's topic for today is movie originals versus sequels.
Yeah.
Just the movie, not like, what is it? We have some trilogies here, but we don't, I mean, it's more of just the
1, 2,
4, right?
Three trilogies.
Three trilogies.
Well, one's it's a trilogy right now, but it's going to change.
Yes.
And then we have a double because I don't count the other movies that are technically in that franchise.
We don't speak of those, right?
We do not.
No, we don't
I
speak of
mean,
those.
even
But it's okay.
Especially the fourth one.
No.
That one.
No. That's a womp womp right there. We don't even, no. Don't speak of that.
It doesn't even warrant a womp womp.
So since we're not talking about those womps, do we want to talk about those first?
Yeah. Let's go into that.
Yeah, let's go into that. I mean, honestly, because we are talking about the original Tim Burton Batman and Batman Returns. Because
Love that man, by the way, Tim Burton.
Michael Keaton is the only Batman I acknowledge as canon. I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
Everybody really, so many people get mad at me because they sit there and they say, how can you only acknowledge Keaton as Batman? I'm like, what about it? They're like, well, Christian Bale. I'm like, no, Christian Bale did okay.
Yeah, he was an okay.
He was okay.
Just how like he was okay. He was good as Bruce Wayne. That's how I agree.
Yes,
I
he
agree
played
with
an
that.
excellent Bruce Wayne. Fucked up Batman.
Yeah, no.
And
Move on.
No. And fuck Batfleck. No. Ben Affleck. No. Bad.
Him as Batman
No.
is horrendous. But him as an older Bruce Wayne,
No.
no. Okay.
No.
All right.
If
I was
they
just
go-
throwing the option there.
No. If they do any type of Batman Beyond, Michael Keaton has to be the old man. Mm-hmm. Fuck that.
I thought
I agree with.
I thought that was already signed off.
They're in talks about it right now because they want to see how the new Robert Pattinson Batman does first.
Yeah.
Because if the new Robert Pattinson does
He does well then.
I mean, they're talking about that like Shaggy. They're talking about that as a revamp of the entire series, correct?
It's technically like more of a like it's like I'll throw it out there. It's like the reimagining of like the Ghostbuster movie, where it's like Answer the Call was a reimagining of what the first one was which kind of was like
It was. I liked it.
liked
I
it.
did like. I'm not gonna lie. I liked it.
I liked it.
I thought it was funny.
I'm like I still like it. I will still always fight for it because it was a good. I never consider it was a Ghostbuster movie within the continuum of like being a Ghostbuster movie
in the universe ofGhostbusters.
It was
Right.
It had the ideas. It had the there
But-
was jokes that fell flat. There was a lot of little things that were like, well, that could.
We also got to understand, like, because obviously we will be covering
Ghostbusters. Yes.
in today's cast. But we are talking about how when it comes to original movies, you get an original movie like Batman with. It was a breakout role for Michael Keaton. It was not so much a breakout role for.
Jack Nicholson.
Thank you, because
Jack
I just had
Nicholson.
I'm having fucking Mars in retrograde. I swear to God.
6 months of that, by the way, everybody. Just be prepared.
The Shining
Be prepared.
was more of a breakout.
The
role for
Shining
him.
was
Yeah,
his
he
Stanley
was-
Kubrick.
Yes.
Yeah, that was his breakout role, and he's done like other movies in between before he did the Joker as Batman. Where, when you think about it, honestly, a lot of people were getting upset about that originally back in the day because they were saying, "Well, he's not properly tributing Cesar Romero."
But he did it in his own way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because remember, the Joker, just like you say, Michael Keaton Jones is Batman.
To me,
To you.
well, he is Batman visually. He is not Batman audio for me. Okay, for me, I'm sorry. It's his voice is not ever going to be anybody except
Kevin Conroy.
There you go.
I was just gonna say, just have him and then just voice over Kevin Conroy, and you have a perfect match.
Well, no, because honestly, Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne, you want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah.
you can't. But as Batman, I would have preferred a Kevin Conroy voiceover. Yeah.
No, but you got to understand the like, just like the comic books, the movies they're gonna give you your own different spin of the character itself. Originally, Joker was just supposed to be the Joker, a clown. As later on down the road, they gave Jack Nicholson then the Joker as the gangster
Yeah.
because they changed up the characters so many times. So that actually gave Jack Nicholson an official title of what his Joker really was.
Yeah.
But like I said, that comes from the mind of Tim Burton. You
I don't care what anybody says. Tim Burton's my god.
I met him and I went to the Tim Burton exhibit at MoMA. And
So did I.
Wasn't it gorgeous?
Fantastic.
I could have sat there all day. My cousin was like, "Can we fucking go now?" I'm like, "Do you not see this gorgeousness? Do you see his fucking Edward Scissorhands? Like, it's right there. I could touch it."
They had actually pieces from the movies in that exhibit. They had the original Catwoman catsuit.
Yep.
Which had fallen into great disrepair, mind you.
Yeah.
They had the cowl and cape and the whole outfit from Batman. It
It
was,
was like separated. It was like
Yeah.
you walked through, and then obviously it was his first home movies, his first, his short films, and then it went into
The feature films.
The feature films, The Nightmare Before Christmas, Corpse Bride, and Caroline, and then it went. Then it like veered to the left, and it was just you saw the cowl, and then you just saw all his movies and all the
Joker suit was there.
It was
Oh wow.
fantastic exhibit. I think it's in Michigan right now. I'm not sure.
Michigan or California or something like that, because I saw.
No, I think it's Midwest right now.
Midwest?
I think
Yeah.
it's in the Midwest right now because everything's on fire in California right now.
we don't want that born and no.
No,
I'd cry.
no.
I would cry.
But I mean, Batman came out in 1986, correct?
Oh,
Oh, 89.
yeah. I was
Thank
thinking
you.
89.
Okay.
That's why.
What is it with me in 1986 today?
I don't know. Is
I
it,
gotta play that number because it keeps popping into my head. We gotta play that number. Like, fuck you, any of it. It's my number.
you can get 87.
Yes.
85. Not
That's my
86.
number too. But no, for some reason, 1986 is like popping out in my brain today. I don't know why. Either way, so Batman, yeah, you're right. I think it did come out in 1989. I think it was June of 1989, if I'm correct. Because I remember a friend of mine saying how many times he went to the theater to see that. And he's older than me. So he, like, I was 4
Yep.
at the
June 23rd.
time.
What was that, Shaggy?
June 23rd.
Thank
There you go.
Yeah.
The year.
89.
There you go.
1989. Yeah, I remember it was June. And I remember the reason like that number also stuck in my head because my brother's June 22nd, 1988. So he was a year and a day when Batman came out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Let's go see Batman.
I was 4. Yeah, I was 4 at the time. You two would have been 5. Did you get to see it in theaters or was it because of the rating that you didn't?
It was because of the rating. My parents and my uncle were like, yeah, not happening.
Not for you, young man.
Yep.
So when was the first time you did see it? And what did you think of it?
I don't even remember when the first time I saw it. I think it was
On TV or VHS?
had to be TV, and I don't know. I liked it because it was just like, wow, that's actually pretty cool. And then I was like, you wanted to be Batman for like the rest of the day.
You had the black towel tied around your neck, and you were just like, with the ski mask, and you were like, yeah.
No.
No. I'm just saying. I mean, I would have.
What about
when I
you,
saw it.
DigiNan? When did you see it?
VHS. I think when it first came out.
So that would have been 1990.
My uncle, I think, brought it when I was over my grandparents, and we watched it because they always knew I was a big DC comic book fan, so Batman was definitely one of them.
Nice.
But the second one I saw was definitely in theaters, and
Batman Returns.
Batman
Yes.
Returns. I saw that one in theater, and I don't know, for that one threw me off.
Yeah, same here.
For some odd reason, it's the same formula, but that particular one just threw me off.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know. I can never explain why.
Batman Returns
Right.
threw you off.
Yes.
Why?
I can never explain why.
You think it was because of Danny DeVito being a super creepy, deformed guy?
That could have been part of it.
The only thing I know is that seeing Paul Rubin threw me off. I was like, holy shit, that's Paul Rubin.
Right?
Yeah, but mind you, those Tim Burton Batmans all had like famous people doing them, including
Yeah, most people don't realize who's in it until you watch it again as older
Or you
people.
go
Yeah,
off the,
and you're
the
like,
IMDb.
wait.
and then if you really think about it, remember Prince did the first soundtrack.
Hell yeah, he did.
He
And-
did? I didn't know that.
Yeah, Prince did,
Wow.
did the first
Yeah.
I
Batman,
didn't know
and
that.
it would actually he did his like own spin on like Batman and Joker and everything like that.
Wow.
I think it was a hit.
Yeah.
If I'm not- it was a hit, right?
It was
Every
a hit.
single song was something that was like, okay, Batman, Joker, Batman, Joker, Batman, Joker, and it just followed through the whole thing. Like,
So-
what was it? I'm trying to think of who
Yeah, it
else.
was like
I mean, okay, because I mean, like we're talking about Prince. Prince was also known for a while as the purple one.
Yep.
yeah, that's
Joker's suit is purple.
true.
It's like, hello, people, make the connection. I mean, I'm sorry, but let's call a spade. Vicky Vale is quite possibly the most annoying of all of Batman's
Yes.
courtesans. Are we going to call them?
I,
Ladies of the night?
Well, we're not talking about that third one, so never mind.
no, we don't speak of that.
There's like two that I can call out right away and be like, they might be a little bit worse.
Yeah, but
Like-
we don't speak of those.
Yeah, those are
Nicole
and I know
Kidman
Kyle,
was
if you're listening, I know what he knows what means. So no.
No, that's why, like, with this original versus the sequel, would you say that the original Batman is better than Batman Returns? See, personally, for me, I actually really, really love Batman Returns versus Batman, even though both movies are like top 10 for me.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I think it's more because it also introduced me at a younger age to a anti-hero in Catwoman.
Yep.
And literally gave me someone where it's like, I want to be that. Eventually, I want to be that. And for years, you could not tell me any different that Catwoman was not a blonde.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because then right after the Batman Returns movie came Batman the Animated Series, and Selena Kyle is a beautiful fucking blonde
Yes.
in that movie. In that series. Why are you giving me the face?
No.
Selena Kyle's a blonde in Batman the Animated Series.
No, she was dark hair.
Want to try again?
You want to bet?
You want to bet me?
Oh, are we throwing the
Do you
coin
want to
down?
bet me?
I think we're throwing the coin down.
Google
Oh,
it.
we're throwing the coin?
Google it. Selena Kyle in Batman the Animated Series was blonde and green-eyed.
So,
Try me.
here's the coin. Coin's on the table.
Try me.
He's checking it.
I know. But try me. Go ahead. What do you think she was? You think she was a brunette?
All
There's a
right.
real fight going on.
Okay.
Mommy and Dad, you're fighting, guys. Hold on.
All right. So the
And the answer is...
she was a blonde with bright green eyes. Only when the series went to the darker version, that's when she became a dark-haired.
A dark-haired.
Short-haired, dark character with a completely
And still those bright green eyes. That's the second series when the new animators took over. The original series
I win.
was
And the coin has been flipped.
Ta-da!
Woohoo.
I win.
Yes.
I win. This my shit. Fuck you.
New TikTok. New TikTok, everybody.
I will. Don't tell me. I will record that sound for TikTok.
I'm waiting for one more thing, and then I'm actually going to start. And I know I keep saying I'm going to start, but I'm waiting for one more thing. And it will happen.
I have to do
Yes,
anything.
I know.
I'll start it right away.
What?
If I could start, I'll start. Teach me how to do TikTok. I'll start right now.
Teach him how to Dougie.
Oh
No, I have
that
more. I
cool.
have a more aspect of teaching him how to do TikTok than the Dougie, but I will teach you how to TikTok.
Yay!
And I'll
You can-
teach you both.
You can. Yes,
I'm
we're
gonna
coming
do
over. I'm coming
confessions.
over, and you could do FedEx TikTok.
What do you think I was thinking of? Confessions of a Delivery Driver.
Oh my God.
Do it.
Do
Believe
it.
it or not, the delivery drivers on TikTok are huge.
Yes.
They are so huge on TikTok, and there's this one guy that goes around. He is a delivery guy. I don't think it's for FedEx though. I think he's postal service, and he takes TikTok videos of all the doggos that he meets on his route. And each video has like over 500,000 views.
Yeah.
There's too many dogs on my route, and 3 of them I don't like.
So you can talk about those.
Or Steve.
Steve, oh god. His name
No,
his
he
name
came
was
home
Teddy.
all the time, and he's like, "Oh my God, I saw Steve today. Oh my God, Steve. Oh my God, Steve." I'm like, "Okay." And then what was it? The dog's name is not Steve.
I came home and I was very sad.
Why?
The dog's name's Teddy.
For months, he called his dog Steve.
Yeah.
I was like, "Then just keep him Steve."
You know what? To you, he is Steve.
He is Steve.
Steve to me.
Steve to you. It doesn't matter. But okay, so then
Back on track.
Back on track, because ADD, we do this all the time.
Yay.
Batman versus Batman Returns. Which do you prefer?
I don't know. It is like a very
close.
Yeah, it's very close because it was the introduction of all the things, but it also introduced a lot more of the gadgets, little things that basically they gave a more of a broader idea of like the spectrum of like all the crap that Batman has, where he's like, oh, the car can change into this. Oh, they do this. Okay,
Yeah.
this happens with this. It wasn't just, oh, I have a grappling hook and I can kick the shit out of you.
Yeah.
So it was like, I definitely will say I'm leaning more towards Batman Returns because of all the gadgets and all the things that were like, wow, that's actually really cool. But at the same time, at the heart of it, I'm still going to go with Batman, the original Batman, because it's very...
Gritty.
It was more like you'd never knew
You
exactly...
never experienced it.
Yeah, you
it's
never
like
knew
a whole
where
brand
it
new.
was going. You
Yeah.
always kind of were like, what's he going to do now? Oh, he did that. Okay, now let's see what he does now. Oh.
Like, hey.
Yep, pretty much.
Okay. DigiNan.
No, it'd just be Batman. Like I said before, the second one threw me off for some odd reason. Like
Hey.
I could watch it, but I can't finish. So I would say the first one.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh my.
No. Okay. So, quick behind the scenes is DigiNan has a bad habit, especially when he is nervous, of scratching at his hands on places that he's not supposed to scratch because the skin is getting raw. And
yeah, just don't do that.
whenever I catch him doing it, that's why I'm like, hey. It's the same way I have to talk to the dogs. It's like
No.
bad, Nandy, bad. You're a bad man, Nandy. You're a very bad man.
The face that was made during that whole exchange was the best.
That's his face. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like, honestly, sometimes when I talk to him about these things, honestly, I think this is what he hears in his head. That's just what you hear whenever I talk to you, isn't it? Uh-huh.
Nuh-uh.
Uh-huh.
Nuh-uh.
Meh.
Nuh-uh.
Anyways, Lithy, what do you think? Which one is your, which one do you prefer to, better question is, which one can you watch on repeat
Over
and not
over?
get bored of?
It's hard.
It's
hard.
That's what she said.
Yep. But honestly, the first one. And Batman, because I remember when I first saw it, and my cousin Donnie, love you to death, Donnie, if you're listening, love you. He is a huge comic. I mean huge Batman fan too. Like, he's got Batman tattooed on him. I mean, like,
wow.
Yeah, he's everything Batman. So
Matt, Mr. Malave.
Mr. Malave, hi. So he forced me. He's like, sit, watch now. Yes.
Okay, Tonto.
Yeah. So
sure.
he was like that, and I thought it was brilliant because I even with knowing Tim Burton, and I studied Tim Burton in art school and everything, I was just so bewildered. And he took this idea and he really just created something, and he created something wonderful, I think, and that's what really drew me to the movie. The second one was great. Gadgets were cool. Batman was cool. But just the first one for me was always going to be...
It's the purest.
Mm-hmm. It's the purest, and that's when I got into Batman, honestly. Mm-hmm. So, Batman is for me.
I mean, I'm not sitting here shitting on the first Batman. I love the first Batman. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, for me, Batman Returns is a little bit more iconic because I remember seeing that in theaters. I remember getting sick off of grapefruit by the foot because they gave it out for free at the theater, and I was just nom, 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 nom.
Fruit by the foot. Me and Fruit by the Foot have not a good history. I went to the hospital because of Fruit by the Foot.
Because that's the thing is, I don't remember the first time. I know that I saw the first Batman on VHS with my Uncle Chris. Rest in peace. I love you. But the second Batman, I know I went with my mother to an old theater that used to be on Bell Boulevard that no longer exists.
Oh, yeah.
That one.
I know.
That was across the street from Pizzeria Uno. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that used to be a theater. I remember I saw that there. I'd also seen Aladdin there. The original cartoon from Disney, and then, believe it or not, where the Applebee's in Bay Terrace in Queens over here that used to be a movie theater too.
The one over here on Jarko?
In Bay Terrace. In Bay Terrace.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That Applebee's used to be a theater, believe it or not. The Applebee's Victoria's Secret, then they moved it up to the other side. And I actually saw Beauty and the Beast in that one.
The cartoon?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that hasn't been a theater
there
for over at least 15 years.
Yeah.
I'm old. No, even longer than that. I think it got to be at least 20. Mm-hmm. Damn. Anyways, speaking of older movies, let's get into the next franchise. I'm sorry. A lot of people, there is so much debate about these, the original and the sequels.
Yep.
Ghostbusters.
Absolutely.
Like, this is your bread and butter.
Let's talk, babe.
Yeah.
You want to hear some horror stories at first, or you want to hear the actual, let's go to the movies kind of thing?
Give me the tea.
Oh, there was some horror stories for it. Like with the first movie, there's a Netflix show on that actually it's like the movies that made us.
Yes.
And
we have mentioned that on this cast before.
The Ghostbuster one was the one that they basically were like, you have a date, here's the date, get it done by then. See ya.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I remember watching
it
about that,
was-
and in the Ghostbusters documentary.
And what was it? They were doing it, and then the rights and everything
Everything
because it
was-
was either Ghostbusters or Ghost. What was the other? What was the other
Ghost
name that we were doing?
Smashers.
Ghost Smashers was actually the name before. Well, what
Before
they-
Busters.
Yeah,
well, because Ghostbusters was owned by what was it? Columbia.
Columbia, because
Columbia,
they were-
because it was a show called Ghostbusters, and Columbia wouldn't give up the rights.
Oh yes, I do remember this.
It was
So
the,
so they did 2 movies because they didn't know, they were in limbo of if it was Ghostbusters or the
DigiNan.
other one.
He's so lost.
I just know it was written by Saturday Night Live guys. That was it.
That's all you know about Ghostbusters?
When it comes to that,
Slimer,
yes.
who you gonna call?
How the hell are we fucking... Wow. How are you friends with them? They're New York City Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
He the
wear-
worst.
He wears the fucking pack, man.
I know. Of course he's supposed to know more
It's
than I do.
heavy.
No,
You know,
I-
60
seriously-
pounds. He won't let me touch it, by the way.
Look, this is what's going in
It's already-
Fernando's head right now.
I'm sorry.
I'm not wrong. This is all Fernando hears in his head. Ghostbusters is one of the best movies in the world. Woo.
No, I love the show. I love the movies. But
The cartoon?
yeah, but
Oh,
like
yeah,
I said,
okay.
but like I said, I just knew it was written by Saturday Night Live guys.
Yep.
Dan Aykroyd was like writer and producer.
Yep.
Raimi.
Bill Murray, did he get a
Nope.
credit in the second
No.
one?
no.
He with
Horror Story.
yeah.
He was one of them. I know he was an issue.
Well, no, he was the issue apparently.
He was the issue.
Yeah, because they were like, oh, yeah, like Dan Aykroyd, like, yeah, he's gonna show up.
Maybe.
2 days later, to like the shooting,
He
he's
maybe.
over in
He
like,
might show up.
Yeah, they had
It was-
maybes on him so many times, but it was
Didn't he ad-lib also the entire first movie?
most of the movie. Yeah, most of the movie
Yeah.
was ad-libbed by him, and also like a good portion of like the little things because they were like it's because they were doing so many takes. They were like, all right, keep that one. That one seemed like the best. That was the funnier one. See it. Like, boop, and move on to the next. Moving on to the next.
Yeah, but they had, what was it? They had a limited amount of time. They had like what, 8 months?
Not even.
Not even 8
6.
months. 6 months to get this movie done.
Yeah.
And
June. They started it. They had get the script done. They started in basically they had everything set up in January and they had a June release.
so crazy.
And they got it done.
Yep,
They got it done.
They did, and it became one of the most iconic movies of all time.
It spawned so many things. I know. What was it? Our group was part of the thing. A big documentary on the culture of Ghostbusters. Where it
What
was
was it? Ghost
Heads.
Ghost Heads.
And
Ghost Heads.
you can see me screaming at people like
He's actually in the documentary.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I know him.
twice, and both times is me just
Screaming.
have me screaming at somebody, going, "What are you doing?" Or
Yeah.
I'm not even like yelling, "What are you doing?" It's me just like instructing kids to make slime. So I'm just like, all right, I'm getting into it. So I'm like, "You got to do this, yeah," and they're like,
Which is
What
actually
the
more
fuck?
difficult than you would think. I thought it would be simple, and we were at Lego
Bullshit.
Brickfest, and I was like,
It's like-
I was in the back. I was like, oh my god, I can't entertain these kids. Josh, you do this. You're the teacher, right? Yeah.
try getting up on stage and doing it in front of like the whole crowd at Brickfest, and then
wouldn't let me.
have to remember it.
I could
I'm in danger.
test me next time. Test me next
Thank
time. But
you.
no, but even with Ghostbusters, with the horror stories with it, it was something new. It was something different. And I think that's why it became such iconic as it is. Not only did you have all these people, wasn't Eddie Murphy supposed to be in it?
Eddie Murphy was literally all the roles were not there. Like everybody that played the roles that they played weren't supposed to be there. Like John Candy was actually supposed to be Louis Tully.
Yeah.
Because John Candy was he was playing it a certain different way than what Ivan Reitman was like looking for. He's like, no, we can't do this. Like, sorry, John. And then scheduling conflict came up, so it worked to their favor. So then they got Rick Moranis, which was
Not to interrupt you, but did you see the Mint commercial?
no
Rick
Yeah.
Moranis.
have to see it.
Dude.
I know.
Oh my God.
It's him and Ryan Reynolds. I was
Ryan Reynolds owns that company.
Oh yes,
Ryan Reynolds owns that company. He owns Mint Mobile. He's created his own mobile company. Yo, this man has so many things going for him.
He's got
amazing.
vodka, right?
Yep.
Vodka,
Aviation gin.
Gin.
Yeah,
Sold
Jen.
it. He
Sold it?
Want me? Damn.
Yeah, Aviation Gin, and now he has Mint Mobile. And he pulled the first time in 35 years.
He pulled him out.
Rick Moranis, the first time Rick Moranis has been in anything on TV, nothing. 35 years.
Yeah. Well, he did. He make an attempt at the like the con scene. He was in Texas for one of the conventions for only a little bit, but it was like he was charging
like
film.
film.
Yeah, this
yeah.
is the
Like-
first time he's been out of.
Yeah. And he's like, why am I here? Like, I'm
Why am I
just a
here?
really big fan. Oh, okay. Bye.
Like that's it.
Like,
but
that's it. And then the tagline on the end of the commercial is, Rick Moranis. I'm like, I'm sitting there, I'm going, that's enough for me to check out your phones.
Yep.
Like, if you
Yeah.
can offer me a comparative price to Verizon, I may switch because Rick Moranis. But I mean, like, Ghostbusters gave us these actors. I mean, we're talking, like, Sigourney Weaver's in it.
Yes.
You know, I mean, did Aliens come first?
Aliens did come first.
Alien came
And
first.
I think she like hopped on. Like she was like, I want to do this, didn't she?
She actually contacted them to actually be part of it.
She wanted to be part of it. She just like you said,
Yeah.
she contacted
What
him.
was it,
So, which was awesome.
Yeah, that was amazing.
I don't disagree. But, like, then you got to understand that the success was so... I don't even have the word for the
lightning in a
Ghostbusters
bottle.
success. Yes, lightning
Yeah.
in a bottle. And then they put out Ghostbusters 2.
It
thought it
basically
was
was
good.
the same formula, a little more science, and
You could tell it was scripted.
Yeah.
yep, and that and Bill Murray phoned in 90% of his film. He was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'm getting paycheck. Cool. I'm just gonna be here.
Vigo.
Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Still, best.
Still, I mean, I'm sorry. If you're going to go sequels on this one...
Sequel. I think the sequel flopped.
I agree. And
think
then,
it did.
you know,
Definitely
and
did.
honestly, we are talking, we did mention the remake.
Yeah,
Because
the-
I don't know if you'd call that a sequel.
I don't think it is a sequel.
It's a
because-
retelling.
Yeah, it's a retelling.
Oh,
It's like almost parallel universes.
yeah.
Yes.
Of
Did you like it, DigiNan?
The new one?
Yeah, didn't we go see it in theaters together?
No.
We waited.
I saw it in Dan's Chinese theater in California.
Well, yeah, you were invited.
you
I
have the
melted
special
my-
treatment.
Yeah, my shoes melted because I was standing on the bleachers for so long.
Oh my god.
I got to we got to see everyone. It
Was that those nasty shoes that we made cosplay things out of?
No. Those are my boot boots, the ones that I still have that are still.
Oh God.
They were melting on that hot friggin'
Jesus Christ, how would they do? That's not right.
But then we had the this was one of the funnier things that happened, and we had this Christian group that just kept walking back and forth along the side. So every time they passed us, we started chanting "Gozer."
Gozer the Gozerian.
Like Gozer, Gozer, and they're like, really? They started bypassing us a little bit faster. You could see they were like, nope, not doing this again.
New. It's like. Da-da-da.
But even with the
The remake.
I did like the remake. It wasn't.
did?
I did. It wasn't the first one. It
Nothing
wasn't.
ever
Nothing
is.
is going to be the first Ghostbusters. But I liked it how it was. I liked the difference. I liked it how it was, the four women, and it was funny. And some of the jokes, they weren't really that dry. They weren't, they weren't great jokes, but they made, I get it kind of joke. But I did like it. Honestly, and we know a lot of people that it's like the one.
Never speak of that.
It's like the other Batman movie that we don't speak of. It's
Yeah,
like
no,
we don't
but
speak
this
of this
was-
Ghostbusters movie.
This was twice as worse because
Yeah.
before the movie came out, There was
Wasn't it like a huge blow up?
I remember the controversy that I heard about.
Blow up wasn't even a word. I've never had to stay off so many forums in my entire life, and then have to stay away from people because they were like, "You would support this movie? Why would you support this movie?" It's like, dude, it's a Ghostbuster movie. I'm a Ghostbuster. I don't care who the hell's in a suit. As long as you say I'm gonna fight a ghost, shit, I'm gonna be behind you. But like, I was like, screw it. I'm gonna keep going until this falls out, and then everybody just lacing into it. Even
The poison that I read about that. I mean, Nandy, you remember? Even you were part of that poison. You were like, nope, 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 or to do your no.
Just,
No.
I didn't like
Oh my goodness.
no, I didn't like the fact that it was gonna take now a modern spin.
Yeah,
It's
That
just
was-
when they did
that was-
Ghostbusters Extreme, I was like, okay, that was like taking Ghostbusters and making it into like a '90s version. Then you're just taking Ghostbusters again, PC, and then making it more modern.
Yeah, I remember
I
you
was
got on my
like,
case about that. You're like, what is this? A movie for the feminists? Really?
But no, I definitely know from actually talking to Paul Feig, he was saying that he took a lot of the negative things that they said, and he was like, oh, let's put this in there just to be like, hey, we're getting back at them. I'm like, Paul, honestly, like, I told him, like, I liked it. I'm like, I'll never say anything bad about it, but like, I definitely say you digging at the guys trolling you it's not the most graceful thing to do.
It was
and
a little shady.
he was like, oh,
No.
was that a bad thing? I'm like, yeah, dude, honestly,
You're giving credence to the troll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you forgot about those assholes, you would have been like, this movie would have been like, there would have been a lot of less like open air jokes where it was like, hey, we'll there was one part where they're going on the YouTube,
The internet, right? Yeah,
they're
and they
looking at
pull up
the comments, and they're like, oh, they like after
Oh
they caught
God,
the ghost,
yeah, the
or they saw the
ghost
ghost.
girls on their freaking website.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
they were like, "Oh, no, ain't no bitch is gonna catch any ghosts." That was actually a quote from one of the
from a fan.
from an actual like
Person.
forum that was in the Ghostbuster network. It got taken down immediately because it's like, dude, that is not.
So misogynistic.
Yeah.
That's like, no, you don't do that. But he took that verbatim from like a forum, and it was
not right.
like, dude,
It's not.
don't give him any credit.
That's the
No.
only part of the movie that was just like,
I
they were
mean,
open
and
air
technically,
jokes.
even though this is considered like, if you're a purist, there's only two. Then you have the remake, and then we have the continuation. When's that coming out? Next summer?
Well, no, Sony said that nothing is coming out until this pandemic's over. So
Greedy.
we're literally waiting until the movie theaters are open so they can
Movie
just be like,
theaters are open, though. That's the problem.
yep, but they're dumbasses.
that really just
Agreed.
like if I had ears, my ears would be down in sadness at the moment.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I understand secondary to the pandemic that we are still technically living in. I understand the decisions with some companies deciding to wait. They just pushed back Wonder Woman 1984 the other Wednesday.
Oh, they
now
just did?
December to December.
December.
Wow.
Right. Which honestly, I think that if they were going to just push it all the way back to April or May of next year.
Yeah.
That's a summer blockbuster. That is not a
Yeah.
Christmas movie.
No.
No, it's not. It doesn't get the
It's not going to have the hype.
ideas.
It's not going to have the hype that they want, that they keep pushing it back. And Nandy, you said what? They keep pushing it back because they want that box office, yes?
DC pushed back Wonder Woman for the box office money. Marvel pushed back Black Widow and all their movies now because of the pandemic and now what recently just happened with Chadwick Boseman.
Rest in peace, bro.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Like you said, Sony said same
Yeah, but
thing.
that's also a Disney decision
Yeah.
since Disney owns Marvel.
No, but Disney put out Mulan.
Let's not talk of this.
Uh-oh.
I am not paying $30 when I'm going to get it for free in December, number one. And two, how dishonor on you and dishonor on your cow for paying $30 for a movie that doesn't have Mushu.
Also, there's a lot of little things that are just like,
You
what?
dying?
No, because dishonor on my cow. I did it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You do realize that was them testing the waters. Because
Yes,
if
I
they've
know.
got people to pay the extra $30 on top of what you pay for your Disney Plus membership, they're going to keep doing it.
I know.
But
I'm
not-
sorry.
but
I
the-
got-
But the funny thing is that what was it? Vin Diesel's movie came out, And like I said, that actually made money
Wait,
solely because
Bloodshot?
it made money because people bought it because they were sitting home doing nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm like,
But people are out again.
and that's why I said they missed the boat, especially with that streaming service that they have.
Whatever.
So,
Either way, all I'm saying is, I understand they want the box office. But what my original point was going to be, you keep pushing it back. We better get the movie that we fucking deserve.
Yep.
Which means if we do not get the movie that has the excellent storyline, stop cutting out the best parts and giving it to us on a director's cut fucking DVD. Which, do they even do DVDs anymore? Well, steelbooks. I collect steelbooks of certain things.
Yep.
But I'm just saying.
He knows. He collects everything.
Yeah, but I'm just
Everything.
saying, like, this is one of those things where it's like, okay, cool, you are denying us our fix, but you better make it good when we get it.
Yep.
Yeah.
But but you know what? It's DC. I'm not gonna get my hopes up. I'm really not because
Nah, if it was animated, it'd be good.
oh yeah, absolutely 110 fucking %. But
Right?
Oh yeah.
But like I said, going back to the original topic, same thing with like Batman before. Ghostbusters had a soundtrack that was another hit.
oh yeah.
Yep.
Both of them were.
So
Yeah, that is true. That's the only good thing that came out of two.
Both of them are really good.
So like I said, the music does play a role when it
Agreed.
comes to the original.
But also the
sequels?
the original theme song as well.
Mm.
I mean, that's gonna be.
Yeah,
I mean, who
that's
are you gonna
iconic.
call?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Who are you gonna call? And everyone says Ghostbusters.
Yep.
You know,
And
it's
he,
And to this day, we still make that joke.
and it's but it's not even that. It's a
Bustin'
marketing.
makes me feel good.
Yeah.
he actually couldn't think of it was like the day, like what was it, the
He was saying he couldn't even think of something.
3 days before he had
3
to
days
actually
before.
give it to them. He was like, I have no idea what the fuck to say.
Yeah.
And they were like,
Who are you gonna
oh,
call?
he's like, who are you gonna call? It's like, oh, okay, that
I mean,
works.
a lot, like, you gotta also understand, like, these soundtracks, they also put a lot of people on the map.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, it really did. I mean, you gotta give the 80s props. The 80s and 90s props where it is. That music, which is another podcast altogether.
That is a yep.
That is, oh my God, kind of podcast. But that alone is what I would sometimes hear a soundtrack before I saw a movie, and I would want to go see the movie. Even, like, example, I did not see Ghostbusters 2 in theaters. I saw it on VHS only after I heard the soundtrack. And then I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to watch this. And I was like, what am I watching? I don't like it. I don't like it.
I'm just gonna
is
listen
that,
to the
what
sound.
is that? What is that? What is that? Snot? What is that? You know, like, to this day, I still think there's a river of ectoplasm running underneath Manhattan. I'm sorry. I don't
You know what? I wouldn't be
No.
shocked. At this point, I wouldn't be shocked.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who called that for November? Who's calling that for November for Plague Jumanji?
Plague you.
Oh, jeez.
We are in
Which-
level 9.
Yeah, we are.
are.
Which gonna slide that in there? That's another one.
That has a sequel. It's not a sequel. It's a retelling.
It's a
But the
retelling.
retelling did have a sequel.
Yes.
Yep.
And
I didn't see it.
I liked it.
Was it okay?
It was okay.
Did you see it?
No, I actually waited for you.
It was okay.
Ew.
She goes, ew. Her face is just.
Oh.
I mean, let's not get it twisted. When it first got announced that Jumanji was doing Jumanji and it was The Rock and Kevin Hart, I was like, don't you dare touch Robin Williams. No!
They give tribute in
Yeah.
the retelling, and it's a right.
Barely.
but it.
I'm sorry. Carving Alan Parrish was here in a tree.
Yeah, that's true.
Pass.
But I liked that they tried something new. Like, I'm all about that. Try something new.
I
you
get
know?
it.
But no one is going to overdo.
It's the same reason why I'm very upset that they're even talking about doing another Mrs. Doubtfire.
I won't even give my
Hear
money
that.
in.
Nope.
I will not give my money in.
No. But, like, that's just the thing. Like, did you see Jumanji in theaters? The original.
The original? No. I saw it, again, with my cousin. 'Cause he's also a movie buff. But I did see it with my cousin, and I loved it.
Nandy?
I saw it in theaters.
Shaggy?
I'm gonna say I saw it on TV again.
I think I saw the original in theaters, if I remember correctly. Did we rent or was it on Showtime streaming app on the Fire Stick that we finally saw the second one?
Fire Stick.
The Fire Stick. That we finally saw the Jumanji with The Rock and Kevin Hart. And I was like, okay, this is not terrible.
It's not terrible, but it's not.
It's not. It's so technically I wouldn't even really call that a sequel to the original. It's again the same way
retelling.
that it's the same way that the new Ghostbusters was a retelling. But
It
that
was
did have
hard
a
to get her to
sequel.
watch it. It was hard to get her to watch it.
Oh God, we would fight. He's like, babe, let's watch. No, babe, no. Like
That's me and him with certain movies. He's like, let's watch Skyfall. I'm like, no. Yeah.
That's another one that we can
Yeah.
talk about. Jurassic Park had a lot of sequels. How many did they have? Like 4?
1, 2, 3, and
Five.
then
5.
4. Yeah, 5.
And
I
I
didn't
think
even
they're
watch the
coming out
last
with
two.
another
First one
one.
was
Yeah.
the first one was good. Second one was all right.
Third one was trash.
garbage.
Trash. Straight up trash.
Jurassic World was decent. Jurassic, the last one that they just did.
I didn't even see it,
Oh, it was garbage.
so I won't see it.
Oh, it was garbage.
Really? I didn't see it.
It was.
I
it's
kind of
like-
have a thing where the last one that I watched, I think was like the most recent one before this last one that came out. Was
The one
it Jurassic World?
Yeah.
The one with Chris Pratt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one
Yeah,
I
I
saw
spoke
where
it.
it's a 3
Yeah.
and he's like the
blue.
meme.
Yeah, no. I'm sorry. I have a problem with a woman outrunning a T-Rex in heels.
Yeah, that's a problem.
I can't even walk in heels. How am I gonna fucking outrun a goddamn T? No.
I can't even. I'm like a wiggly worm in heels. But the only reason actually why I didn't see the last one, the recent one that came out, was because in the trailer I saw dinosaurs falling off a cliff
Oh
to their
yeah,
death,
because
and I was
they
just
were
like, mm-mm, nope, nope.
Forced to see it.
oh no.
Oh no.
That was a.
Who forced you to see that?
Why would
do you
anybody do? Oh.
Oh,
Oh yes,
wait,
it was for my friend. Well,
Joe.
no.
Oh, then no, I'm not thinking of who you're
Yeah,
thinking
it was
of.
from one of our members that he has a movie show that he does on it.
Shut up. No, we don't speak of him.
Okay, I don't speak of him.
What do we? What? Well, we're not going to promote his show.
Yeah, we won't. But I had to
He
do for
pretty
his-
much called me a whore.
So who is he? So we can slander him and die because the Phoenix Gate does not take very well to our co-host being called a whore. Because there may be some hoes in this house, but nobody else is allowed to say that. Whack. Whack.
So
Whack,
we don't
whack,
speak of him. But
So yeah. Anyways, he made me.
He made you watch that? That's not a very good friend.
No. Well, he also made me watch Opening Night, which I was. It's this.
he
thing
made
is
us
a
watch
train wreck.
movies that I'd really rather pull my eyelashes out one by one.
I made him watch one of those yesterday.
Except for what was it?
That one movie we saw in theaters. That was a good
with
movie.
Sam Rockwell.
What was that?
I don't
that
remember the name
movie?
of it. It was.
It's
it was
obviously not that
so-
good if you can't remember the name.
No, it was
No,
really
it was
good.
fantastic.
Sam Rockwell.
It was.
He's a great actor.
He has.
It was
he
basically the whole idea was that it was
segregation.
black lady
Black
in
la-
the
black
South.
segregation.
Segregation.
Did he play a lawyer?
No, he was
No, he
the white
played-
supremacist.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I know what movie you're talking about, but yeah, the name eludes me at this point. But that's not the point. We're talking about we're talking about these sequels. I mean, Jurassic Park. I really really liked the first one.
I loved it.
I loved that first one, but then I loved that movie so much that it got me to go out and read the book.
yeah.
The original Jurassic Park book, and I also read the book that's inspired Spielberg's Raptors. Believe it or not, it's a book called Raptor Red.
Raptor Red.
You got to catch it. It's so good because, believe it or not, here's a fun fact for you guys if you're not a dinosaur buff like me. The velociraptors in Jurassic Park are not velociraptors.
Oh, they're not.
No, they're actually a species called Utah raptors because velociraptors, believe it or not, are only the size of a small dog.
Really?
A Utah raptor, believe it or not, in the prologue of Raptor Red, prologue, whatever, the beginning of the book, they actually say, oh my God, because the species that had been written for Jurassic Park, the movie, did not exist until they found the bones of this raptor in Utah.
Wow.
Yeah, and this raptor was about 9, almost 10 feet high. It had the killing claw. What you see in the movie is literally that raptor.
Wow.
That they discovered in Utah.
And they discovered it after.
They discovered it, actually, believe it or not, because the writer of the book goes on to say, or the guy that contributed to help the book. I can't really remember because I haven't read that book in quite a while, but it's so good. Please read it. Basically, it goes to show how the paleontologists that were working in Utah at the time, when they found the raptor, one of the guys was like, "Oh my God, you found Spielberg's raptor." And the guy was like, "What are you talking about?" And then it was top secret because Spielberg actually did work with several paleontologists and all sorts of stuff to write Jurassic Park and get it as accurate as he could when it comes to some of the doctors, some of the dinosaurs. So he worked with these doctors and archaeologists and paleontologists and all sorts of other people. And he also, to help write his characters. So the thing is the protagonist of the movie was not just going to be the T-Rex. It was always going to be the raptors.
Yes.
So they did not want the Velociraptor, which was the largest raptor of the time at the, when they discovered. We're talking back in like the early 1990s.
Yeah.
So they did not want a raptor that was the size of
a dog,
of a Cocker Spaniel.
Yeah, that's so threatening. Yeah.
So when they found this skeleton, they were like, "Oh my God, now it's fact. In fact, it's not movie magic."
Wow.
So that's what I liked about the original, was that it really, if you look into the history and you read the actual book, it's fantastic. And they stuck to it as best as they could.
Yeah.
So I like that. In Jurassic Park 2,
But
Found it.
yay!
Best of Enemies.
The Best of Enemies.
Oh, okay. That was the name of the Rockwell film.
Yes.
Yay!
Tasia? Yeah, Tarja? I don't know how to pronounce her name.
Oh,
What?
Taraji.
Taraji.
no, I actually
Fantastic.
enjoyed the series of the Jurassic Parks.
All of them?
Not all of them. I did not like 2. And
Really?
I did not like 2.
I
Here's why, and I said, when it comes to writing of certain movies, you got to see the believability. And to me, the believability in the first one is definite.
Yeah.
Someone would pull that off.
They have.
There you go. See, there you go.
They're doing it now.
I mean, there's a whole movie series on why we shouldn't do this,
Yeah,
but
but the
I mean, they're
second
still going to do it.
But the second one,
They
that
brought
was-
a dead
that was
pig's
just
brain
to-
back to
yeah,
life.
That
I
was
mean,
just to get Jeff Goldblum and the whole franchise. To me, that was just to try to get money.
Anybody that can beat a raptor with gymnastics, just
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
be gone. And then, hey,
And then the
no
third
Chris
one?
Pratt. No.
no.
and the third one had some believability.
It had more believability than the second one did.
Yes.
Blech.
And then
But it was also the actor.
true. But then the new ones, I didn't see the last one, but the first one with Chris Pratt, I actually thought someone would do that.
Yeah.
Yes, that to me.
Weaponized dinosaurs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course. What do you think the army's
And create-
trying to recreate them for?
And create a whole new species. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would see that. That's why I said, okay, to me, that had a lot more believability.
Can I just address the elephant in the room though? It would be an Asian that would do that. Racist or not, I mean honestly, because the guy that did it is the guy from the first one.
Oh, no, that
The,
guy-
the Asian dude from the first
Yeah.
one is the guy that created the fucking
the scientist.
Yeah, he's the guy that created the fucking crazy evil giant raptor. Like, what?
Nah, he's done a lot of movies where he's that doctor that does all this creation. He's that type of actor.
He's like face casted almost now.
yeah.
But I'm just saying, considering the fact that isn't it like every single story that we see in the Trump-controlled media is, Asia did this, China did that, Japan did this, and it's like, I mean,
Japan was more prepared than anybody, in my opinion.
Japan has Godzilla. They're prepared.
They're good,
Hey,
and now a Gundam, and now a working Gundam,
Oh my god, I saw that.
That's
a
amazing.
working fucking Gundam.
Oh my god.
They're good. They're safe. They're fine. They're fine.
They're fine.
We just
I-
need one more. Give me King Kong.
No.
No.
Why?
Because The Rock
There's
already did it.
there's actually now movies about that now.
Rampage.
That is not King Kong.
Well,
Who's a
actually,
white King Kong.
balls to like sand it with a cheese grater and then watch that goddamn mess.
But
Anyway.
like either way, like this is a franchise that obviously like the sequels you could tell were money grabs.
You know what? Yes, and you liked it or you hated it.
It's
You
true.
know?
You're either a fan of the franchise or you're not.
And I'm a huge, and even though my mom, if you're listening, I'm sorry, I can protest this. I do like Jurassic Park, the first one, but even when I was little, I was not allowed to watch Jurassic Park because my father made me watch it, and I got nightmares
Fair.
because of a T-Rex was eating me because of my wild imagination. But I still love. I watched it later, and I was like, wow, these are great. But if you think about it, what year did all these movies really that we're talking about come out in?
1992, 1994, 1996, 97. I mean, we're talking the early 90s to 2000 and
Yeah, these movies.
I mean,
like-
Ghostbusters was the 80s.
Yeah.
yep.
Batman, the originals, was the end of the 80s. And then you came out with, I think, Returns was 92.
I think so.
I think so. Yeah.
I want to say 92. I mean, and then we got to talk about the ultimate
the ultimate.
80s. The only one that sucked was 3.
True.
Back to the Future.
Yep.
I like 3.
I liked 3.
I liked
liked 3
I
because
did
I'm
like
a fan
3.
of the franchise. But
I liked 3 because there was horses.
yeah, it's a Wild West. You know.
Yep, I love the Wild West.
Let's
I
not.
did.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Look, Daddy shaking his head.
Uh-oh.
No,
Hold on.
no.
Oh, we go.
Uh-oh.
I hated 3.
Oh.
I can watch 1 and 2. Can never watch 3 and say I'll enjoy it. Hell no.
No.
I can't.
I actually.
I have a special place. I have a special place for this. I do. This is the same year as I was born.
And they did predict the future.
Ah.
It did predict the future. What was it?
Cubs.
No, the year the Cubs won the World Series.
They actually
They
did.
did. Won the World-
actually
yeah.
won the World Series. I was like, oh my god.
Everybody's like, get Biff, get him.
Even Butters.
Butter,
Chiming in now.
yeah, but she's getting excited because
Yeah.
we're getting excited because we're talking about one of the most iconic trilogies of our time.
An idea that was pulled out of the thin air and created in a.
Hey,
I love this movie. I do. I love these movies.
I mean, honestly, for this one, like we're talking originals versus sequels, and for this, honestly, except for 3, they were both really good.
They
you
were,
know? I
but-
mean, what?
I didn't really like 2. I didn't.
Why?
I don't know. It's something about 2 that I was like, it's okay. And then when 3 came out, I was like, this is awesome. I don't know why.
Maybe because you were older.
Maybe. But I was just, I was the opposite.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Shaggy's making the face too.
I didn't like 2 as much. I thought it was just very like it was kind of horseshoed in there.
Nandy.
I like the first 2, but I just keep getting mixed up. 2, which one was 2? Was the book or 2 was the
2 is the book.
2 is
2
the
was
book.
2 is the book.
And the first one was the parents.
Yeah.
Picture.
Okay,
Yeah, the
that's
picture.
why I keep getting mixed up.
Earth angel, Earth angel, say you'll be mine.
No, but think about it. 2 was still iconic. They created the sneakers,
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
yeah.
those sneakers.
and we still try to create the hoverboard.
Yeah.
It
And that-
worked. They have hoverboards now.
Exactly.
I'm
else
still
they
waiting
have?
for my
Crazy.
flying car.
The Crystal Pep. Oh, was it the
Crystal
the
Pepsi.
Yeah.
The stupid
Crips.
Pepsi in the what do you call
Didn't
it?
they at one year
Comic-Con.
at Comic-Con they gave
Gave
those away
away
if you
for
dressed
the
up as Marty
first-
McFly?
Yes, they
90
did.
people.
And oh god, they predicted so much fashion. Mm-hmm. The bubble jacket.
I want that jacket.
I still want that fucking outfit. I don't give a shit. Are you kidding me?
What was it? Now drying.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the sneakers that you just press the button and the lace is lace free. I was like,
They have those sneakers.
They do?
They're limited
Yeah.
edition. Let the sneakerhead tell you. Go ahead.
No, they're about like 10,000, if not more. And one guy tried to like sell.
No, it was a social experiment. He knew what he had.
One guy had a damaged pair and actually made like close to $8,000.
Mm-hmm.
wow.
He had a damaged pair and he made close to $8,000 because the guy just wanted it and he said, "I'll just fix it myself."
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Bam.
Yeah. I mean, like, you got to think Back to the Future because, I mean, honestly, it gave us, so many good
So many
memories.
yeah.
So many good memories. I mean, and just iconic lines alone. Like people, like you can say a line from Back to the Future, and people will be like, "Hey," you know. And who didn't want a DeLorean? I still want a DeLorean. Are you kidding me?
I mean, I'll take
DeLoreans.
that DeLorean.
People have, okay, you saw the picture that I took, like, was it last year that we were at the gas station by my mother's house, and then one of the guys that goes around in the city with his light up DeLorean,
Yes.
dressed as the Doc,
Oh my.
fully, he has an original DeLorean, has it completely outfitted, completely with like the flux capacitor, everything. And he goes to Times Square and he allows people to take pictures with him. And he was at a gas station right by my mother's house.
And I think one of the popular episodes, what was it? American Dad was the chase with the DeLorean door.
Oh yeah.
God.
They always reference in almost every single Family Guy. There is a reference to Back to the Future.
Yep.
In almost every single season, there is a single, if not multiple, references to Back to the
Tower.
Future.
Clock
Tower, the one where they went back in time with Mort. It was Stewie and Brian, and they do the whole chase and with the Nazis.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
they- and then
It's
recreate
das
the scene.
poo-poo.
And they recreated the scene with the guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that it's 8:45? I'm late, and it's Peter. Right? Like,
Peter.
Nah.
It's just so iconic.
I can't get over this movie. I mean, honestly, like, okay, here's the thing. Tell me if I'm wrong here. Back to the Future would not have, if we didn't have Back to the Future, we wouldn't have the next franchise at all.
No,
The Matrix.
you're right.
Yes.
I don't think we would have that look, he's making the face.
He's making the face.
He's making the face, but
Why?
honestly, think about it. If all that stuff, okay, think about it, though. A lot of the shit that they talk about in The Matrix was in Back to the Future 2. And Terminator.
I would give it more the Terminator than.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say more Terminator than.
But either way, those movies still influenced both of those.
Exactly.
In a way.
In a way. Don't make the face.
I'm making the face.
You can make the connection if you really go 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. You can do it. Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Oh my god.
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
But you are home.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'll give you another one that people always still talk about to this day. About Die Hard.
Yeah.
Die Hard's a Christmas movie. We'll be doing that in a Christmas episode. Thank you.
Yeah. Let's keep the Christmas movies where they are, please.
It's 2 Christmas movies and 1 summer movie.
Excuse me. Thank you.
Either way. Like, okay, so since obviously we're going to be talking about The Matrix next. Okay, crickets, we're good. Thank you. You already said you don't like 3. Shaggy and DigiNan do not like 3.
No, I don't like 2 or 3.
So you're an original.
I like
Yeah.
the original. The other ones feel like it was just like, oh, we made money. Shit, we got to make something
Cash
else.
grab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, if I remember correctly, the first one was written. The guys, the directors, the Doobie Brothers, I think it was.
Wachowskis.
The
Wachowskis.
Wachowski brothers did it, no problem. And then they said it made so much. They said, no, we have to have a sequel. Rushed the script.
Yep.
Rushed the third one.
Yeah, well,
And then
that
I
was
think-
corporate greed back in the day.
And then I think they had it. I think one of the brothers went through an operation.
I think both of them did.
I think they had cancer.
No,
They
one
both
had
are
a
now-
sex change.
Yeah, they both.
Oh, yeah, they're women now.
Yeah.
They're both
Yeah.
women.
That's right. Never mind.
The missus now.
Yep. The Wachowski sisters.
There you
Yes.
go.
Yeah, but
Yes,
they
I
don't-
heard. Yes.
They don't write movies anymore.
Technically, they apparently are.
Are they?
They're,
What
that's
kind
the-
of movies are they writing?
No, they're the ones behind the new one that's coming out.
Oh,
They're the ones behind the new one of what?
of what?
The new Matrix.
Oh shit, Roy.
Fucking Christ.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay.
See how that goes.
Well, let's just get right into the Matrix here because I mean, now that one I'm going to say they spaced it out enough that I won't say that it was a complete cash grab, but they did kind of drop the ball towards the end.
Absolutely.
Yes.
The first Matrix is one of those things to this day people are like, fuck.
Because it made you think.
Yeah.
Still does.
No one had that. Once again, I keep saying if you could think it, someone could do it.
Yeah.
That the whole mentality is like people, any which way you would think about it, had that type of thought. You know, what if this is real? What if this is not?
I still think it's real.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's like that whole mindset.
And
It's just, and then the second one was just like, didn't have that same mindset.
You know what it is because we were, at this point, like when Matrix 2 came out, we were a little desensitized.
True.
You know, I mean, if you go with the timeline, the first Matrix, you're like, yes, this is fucking awesome.
It made you think.
It did, and everybody was super excited for Matrix 2. Now, remember, I think Matrix 2 came out at the same time as Underworld, which is another great fucking franchise.
That Underworld, good one.
Nice, Snickies. Anyways, I mean, I think Matrix 2 was battling up against Underworld. I gotta double check my figures and my timeline. But I know that Matrix 2 was fighting for box office supremacy when it did come out. And a lot of people were saying it was because it did not have the same effect as the first one. And Matrix 3, you dropped the ball there.
That was horrible.
The Animatrix was good, though.
Yeah.
The Animatrix was
Yes.
amazing. You know what Animatrix reminds me of? Love, Sex, and Robots.
Yeah.
It's got the same feel. And Black Mirror.
I watched a few episodes of Black Mirror, and that actually, spooked me to me not watching it. So I really haven't watched.
You should.
I gotta
good.
try.
The show creators.
What was it? The one episode of Black Mirror that really spooked me was the girl that was in the town, and she was racing through. Oh, was that Black Mirror? Am I losing it? She was in a town, and they it was almost like a Groundhog Day where she was running through these people who were chasing her and everything else, and that she was the one that killed somebody.
Oh,
or something.
yeah, that was a Black Mirror episode where they put her through. It was
almost psychological trauma.
It was psychological torture because it was what they were doing to a pair of murderers.
Yeah,
because they erased the murderers' memories and then they put them in the situation that they put their victims through.
Yeah,
and I'm just sitting there like, oh, it's the Purge. It's the Purge, but with memory laws and stuff. That
spooked me.
Well, yeah, because that's the thing about Black Mirror, though.
Yeah,
I mean, not to go on a tangent here, but it's real.
And I'm really okay with not knowing that that's real. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of trigger spook. And I was.
Well, you could also go back to what she just said. The Purge.
Yeah, The Purge
had sequels and everything like that.
Never seen a single one.
You know what?
Do you know why I haven't seen a single one? It'll give me ideas.
I think, to be honest with you, I think that's kind of happening.
The last
and
one.
not the way the murdering part, but I think it's kind of happening.
No, the last one.
Oh, it's happening in a way. It's just It's just not a dedicated day.
24 hours of murder. I know exactly who my list would be.
I have a list. I have several people on that list.
I only have 4, but we'll leave that for another conversation off air.
I have 3 definite. 3 definite are on that list.
All 4 of mine are definites.
Oh yeah,
100%.
But there's
iffy on one.
No, I'm not iffy. It's more of, will I have the time to do it?
Are they worth my time?
It's not even that. It's just a matter of
It's
space of where they are.
time management skills.
It's if I want to get the full 24 hours of pleasure and I want to take my time, I may space them out where I would take one at a time a year.
What was it? 4 you said? 4 or 5?
3 definite.
Oh, 3 definite.
7 on my list.
7. So 7 divided. Let's see. Here, hold on.
I mean, if you take the 4 that are like, would I waste my time killing? I would probably take a purge night, kill 2 at a time, all 4 if I have the ability to do so. But the 3, those I'll dedicate a full 24 hours of fucking torture for.
So I just did the math. So if you did all 7, it'd be each one would have to be 3 hours and about 40 minutes.
No, I need 24 hours for at least 2 of them.
Oh, okay. Well,
at least.
Well, what is it? Every year?
And then the other one I would have to
right?
travel. The other one I'd have to travel out of New York to get to. So.
Oh yeah, so that's gonna take time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, Matrix.
Okay,
Woo.
so it
My
came
husband.
out on the 15th of 2003. Underworld came out in September, so it wasn't fighting against too much.
Okay.
It was like one after the other.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
But
I think it was
I
racing
like
to
the
get
first one. I never liked the rest of the Underworld scenes.
Yeah.
It felt
I
put on.
agree with you on that.
It felt put on.
Yeah, that one.
I agree with you on that.
That one was, in my opinion, was a money chaser.
They usually are. Most sequels are, and that's why the whole point of this podcast today was about sequels. Because you know,
original verse.
right? You know, because it's like, as much as I enjoy this conversation, we will be having a volume 2 of this.
Yes.
But we do need to actually start wrapping it up. We went over our time limit by a little bit.
Okay.
It's good. It's fine. I'm all right with it. But I'm just saying, like, we could spend hours.
We could.
Hours
We could.
talking about these different franchises and all the things and stuff that we love about them and hate about them, and the ways that they've, you know,
And what you prefer and
right, and influence. I mean, obviously, we talked about stuff that we didn't even have on our original list.
yeah. Sorry.
You know, no, I love it, but yeah, now it's time to say goodbye.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, I mean, so, but let's just do a quick survey. DigiNan, when it comes to movies, original or sequel?
Original.
Original.
It could go either way. It depends on the how the script was written and how it kind of comes off. So
I'm going to have to agree with Shaggy on that one.
All right.
It depends on the franchise.
Yes.
It depends on the franchise because there's a lot of people that, when we do volume 2, a lot of people will sit there and tell you that Raiders of the Lost Ark,
Ooh.
you know, and the Temple of Doom.
Temple of Doom,
Yep.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
This one right here
Last
too.
Crusade.
The Crusade.
And then the one that we don't speak of because it's a fucking dumpster fire.
But
Nobody
like,
speaks of that, Steve.
we don't speak of that. But either way, I think this was definitely eye-opening.
Yes.
I am so excited for volume 2 because that'll be a sequel.
Original verse sequels.
Part 2.
Part 2 sequel.
The sequel. And who knows? The sequel may be better than the original because of what we'll talk about.
And even if everybody, travelers, put in your thoughts.
Yes.
Give us your movies, even if any of the movies that we didn't speak of today. Tell us your movies.
Yeah.
Because I know there's a whole. I know a bunch of people are gonna LTR. You know that one.
My mom.
My favorite.
Oh, we know. We are fully aware that
I
that's...
almost cried seeing Sean Astin.
Sean Astin.
I'm not good with names, but I cried seeing
And then
him.
also, what was it when we saw both of them at the same time? Billy,
You're right.
Billy, and Sean. You were
was
so.
in tears.
bawling.
Crying.
I remember. I saw
crying.
you two after because
then
we were
I-
on the same line.
Yep.
And then I dropped my. I forgot what the hell I did, but I looked down. And
Oh yeah, he
I
looked
looked
down. He
up,
wasn't ready,
and the guy's
Billy
like,
was
"Done."
like, "Yo, dude,
Billy's like,
no,
"Right,
no.
we're doing this again."
Yeah,
was
we got
all-
2 pictures
he
for the
was-
price of one because Billy was like, "Dude, he wasn't fucking ready." It was awesome.
That's like what happened with me at East Coast with the cast of Batman the Animated Series.
oh wow.
Because they fucked up the first couple times, and so I got like 3 versions of the photograph. It's like, I'm like, yes!
I don't care. I'm taking all 3.
They were like, yo, you paid for it. Here you go. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. But either way, we are definitely going to do a sequel
Yes.
to this because this is a fantastic topic. And travelers, you need to tune in because we didn't mention it in the beginning, but we're mentioning it now. You know we can hear... You hear us on all podcasting platforms now. Pandora, iHeartRadio, Anchor, Podbean, Google, Apple. We're everywhere. We're everywhere. So you guys need to tune in.
Everywhere, man.
Yes. Tune in. We're also on Twitter, Facebook, Instagrams. I am planning on eventually making a TikTok when I'm done, being selfish and doing my own.
It's okay. I need to start doing my own too, and then
We
we,
really
do it.
should.
Yeah, I need help.
But
I really need help.
I mean, and how y'all doing on those Lithy scrolls?
Oh yeah.
Let us know.
Let us
We
know.
want to hear from you.
Let me know where you are in the middle of the book, and whatever book you're reading. Let me know, and then at the end of the month, we're gonna go live.
Yep, we
go
are
live.
coming to you live. We will have the ability for you guys to call in and talk and be live on the freaking podcast. Yay! But on that note, it's time to go.
We have to shut the gates.
We have to shut the gates.
Yep.
But it's all good. It's fine.
We'll
because
be back on Saturdays.
Yes! On that note, see ya!
Bye.
die.